Number 2, Todd McClay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister of Finance, how have New Zealand interest rates performed over recent years, and what impact is this having on the economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, in the last week, 10-year government bond rates have fallen to a record low of 3.38%, compared to 5.75% 3 years ago. This reflects a general fall in global interest rates, and New Zealand 10-year bond rates have maintained around a 2 percentage point margin over US interest rates, and that's been reasonably consistent over recent years. Of course, part of the reason for these lower interest rates is poor growth performance across the developed world. The government has also believes that policies have contributed to sound economic fundamentals, such as setting a path back to surplus. These rates are enabling households and businesses to save more and to pay off their debt.
Todd McClay.
Supplementary question. What impact are low interest rates having on New Zealand households?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, the latest Reserve Bank figures show the average residential floating mortgage rate is around 5.9%. This is compared to almost 11% in late 2008. For a family with a $200,000 mortgage, that's a saving of around $200 a week or $10,000 a year. Lower interest rates are helping households reduce their debt and to increase their savings. As a result, total household debt has fallen from just over 155% of disposable income 3 years ago to 140% of disposable income now. This is positive, but New Zealand household debt levels have a long way to go to get to reasonable levels.
Todd McClay.
Supplementary to the Minister, how are low interest rates impacting New Zealand businesses?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, interest rates on corporate debt issues have generally fallen in line with lower interest rates overall. The average business lending rate has fallen to 6.04% as at May 2012, compared to 9.4% in late 2008. As with households, this is helping businesses to repay their debt, strengthen their balance sheets, and help them get through difficult trading conditions, which for some businesses have now lasted 3 or 4 years. For those businesses who are doing better, it's helping to give them the confidence to invest and grow and employ new staff and provide more jobs.
The Honourable David Parker.
Does the Reserve Bank increase the official cash rate to restrain demand when economic activity is strong, reduce interest rates when economic activity slows, and if so, why is so proud of low interest rates, which are the result of an economy which under his watch is barely growing?
The Honourable Bill English. Well,
Mr. Speaker, New Zealand actually has moderate growth. It's not a matter of whether these are simply the facts, and the facts are pretty straightforward, partly because of subdued economic growth around the globe. Interest rates are low. It happens that is useful for New Zealand households because in the last 10 years they ran up record household debt to very high levels. Low interest rates are helping them reduce that debt, and I would have thought the member would be pleased about that.
Question number 3, the Leader of the Opposition, David Shearer.